What's up? It's time for more Bluelock. This is season 2, episode 4. We're gonna be jumping into. We basically ended the match last time with a pretty bombastic ending. Like Isagi took matters into his own hands and destroyed it. So I imagine he's gonna be, you know, sitting pretty. He's gonna be doing well. But then at the end of the episode, I think it's sort of like implied that we might see the Nagi REO stuff. Like maybe, I don't know if we will see it. I don't know if we're just gonna see like a glimpse of it. That's always possible, is that we just see like a minute or two of it. I really don't know, but I'm excited for it. I'm also excited for whenever we start the under-20s match, of course. That's going to be really exciting. But I'm imagining that's maybe a couple weeks away. You know, we might have, like, this episode's going to be focused on some of the other matches. And next episode, maybe we finish off some other matches and do some setup for the under-20s. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel like it's going to go. But I really have no idea. I don't know what the pacing of this show is going to be like. Regardless, I'm really excited for that under-20s match. And as I said, regardless, as I've said in previous videos, regardless of the actual like animation problems that you know people are having with this season, I think there's a lot of stuff that is still good about this season that people are missing because obviously they're very distracted by the animation. And I get it. I get being distracted by it for a bit, but like I think there is genuinely some cool stuff going on in the show itself. So I'm excited to jump into it. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And you can go to my Patreon account for the full-length reaction, as well as early access, exclusive videos, lots of other great stuff. Otherwise, let's just jump into this. This is Bluelock, Season 2, Episode 4. And give him some REO backstory. We've already got a bit of REO backstory, I feel like. But he couldn't do soccer stuff. Yeah. Until he met Nagi. Okay. Are you gonna impress Nagi this game? Nagi's just like, okay. Sure, I don't care. Chameleon. He's learning from him. He's doing it on instinct like he was told. I thought he would come in, since he was the one to give the advice. Tetris. Oh yeah, and then you get used to it over time. Yeah, that's a pretty good metaphor. In a split second. Yeah. I like that metaphor a lot. Yeah, I mean, you've improved so much over time. So many metaphors here. That's great. And now I'm gonna climb up and you two aren't. Take that. But you copied him, Isagi's, because Isagi's was slow enough. I love these three so much. They should all kiss. Yeah, I mean, you will. That's gonna come more and more with practice. For you to do it like immediately as you're told to is good. So you are allowed to watch the matches after yours? Because I think I was talking about that in the first episode, where I said, like, they should be allowed to watch the matches after theirs. Looks like they are. Hell yeah, they're working well together right now. Ore. Oh. Ishikari. I don't know how much we know about Ishikari. I don't know if we know anything. Oh my gosh. I'm so shocked he's still here, but someone did tell me in the comments why he's here. Because he was like carried by the other dude. I guess it depends how good a passer you are. If you're perfect, I'd go to Rin. If you're kind of sloppy, I'd go to the other guy. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, can he reach the ball halfway through when it's in the air? Yeah, thought so. He does weird body movements. Oh, look at those shades. Can you? Okay, so he's fucking quick. Cool. Do it to me! One-on-one Emperor, okay. Cool. But you're now 1-on-2. Can you take 1-on-2? Oh! Does it like curve back? Oh my god! What the hell? Oh! Nagi! Very nice. Yeah, REO, you kind of didn't do much there. No, I mean that's a fucking insane goal. Yuki? Cute. Yeah. I don't think REO's ready. I don't know. I mean, he might by the end of this episode, but I don't know if he's ready for this. I do often forget how much REO is like a rich kid. You know, he's got sort of that ego. There's a lot you can analyze there. And yep. Which is pretty cool. Go! I mean, it worked. They should probably be keeping it at height because they do have a pretty solid height advantage. Right. So, is it that REO you don't have enough fire in you? Because you're not playing for life and death? You have too many backup plans. Oh! Okay, maybe he is playing for something big. Okay, well, you're not allowed to do that. He's like, why didn't I ever think about holding the ball? Yeah. If you're a one-on-one pro, you just need to put another one on there. Use all of them. Yes! Master of all, nice. I mean, yeah, if you're saying you're 99 on everything, or at least your max is 99. He said to watch him. The same thing? Oh my god, it is the same thing. Oh, but this one went in. Because they weren't, like, there this time. Cool. Okay. Well done, Reo. But he can use like a lot of different ones. There's a lot of stuff you can do with his skill set. True. But I think Reo could really shine. And that's it. But hey, maybe Nagi will look more your way now. Oh, this is an additional time again. It's just a credit scene. Hey, Sai. Who are you? Oh, you're his agent. Right. Don't worry about them, they're villains. But he doesn't like the team. Oh, what is the captain here? Because the captain looks like he had some charisma. Oh. Anyone? I want my brother. Is it? That would be wild. There's additional time. I forgot about that. Oh, I mean, yeah, I can see it. Nah, but there's the rat. You got the round ones. I can see that. Huh. That's kind of boring. Yep, can see that. A cat of some sort of leopard. Oh? Oh, I thought he was gonna compliment Isagi. I like how he said that line that he said to Rin last season. Alright, well, I feel like if there was a throwaway episode of the season, this felt like it could have been it. Because, I mean, it's still, you know, still a good story happening here with Reo and Reo learning, you know, his skill and all of that. But if it doesn't tie into the main story as much, it feels like. Because I don't imagine Reo is going to be a major player in this upcoming game. I don't feel like he is. Maybe he will. Maybe he's going to surprise me. But I don't feel like he's going to be a major player in this upcoming game. And so I imagine like this has the least relevance to the rest of the season, this episode. But I did like the story. I did like Reo, you know, vying for that attention for Nagi. And then yeah, go like really what's the word, like really like leaning into his jack of all trades, but he changed it to master of all trades thing. I think the thing about like having the abilities that he has is like, if you look at the image that they use, right? I've got it right here, right? This is the image that they used. So he's at like, let's say 90% for all of this stuff. But then if you go to the other players, a lot of them, like with one or two of their things, will only have 90% or even a little less than 90% on them. Like this guy, his power is like less, you know, and his kick is okay, you know. And then I'm just trying to get, like, here his power is very slightly below, you know. I'm trying to see where like Rin's. Yeah, well, Rin's is pretty insane. Yeah, maybe with Rin's you wouldn't have much to work with, but here Nagi's, I mean, his power is much lower, his physical and his speed, they're all lower than Reo's. His kick and technique are off the charts, but the point of it is, like, he thinks he can expand his thing to like 99%, right? Which makes him, when he does that, he can be like, he won't be as good as their best skills. He can never be as good as their best skills. However, he can be better than their worst skills. And the reason that's important, I think, is you choose what skills you're using at any given time. You know, you like, basically, if he gets smart enough, I think he can just be about exploiting everyone's weakness. You know, he's good enough to get them into a fight that he knows he can win. That's the big thing, right? So if he knows, okay, you know, Nagi specifically, his whatever, this part of him isn't as strong. I don't need to be on this anymore. So if he says like, Nagi, okay, his speed isn't as strong, let's say. So with Nagi, I'm gonna be kicking the ball further ahead and trying to outrun him. But then with, you know, let's say like Rin, his physical, I don't know, I don't know if Rin's up right now, but let's say his physical maybe isn't as there. So I'm gonna like have my body more on him when I'm playing against him. And this other guy, his power isn't quite as good. So I'm gonna be focusing on, you know, like, and so you can keep doing that with each player. You basically just have to be constantly adjusting your strategy depending on who's in front of you. It's very difficult to do. It's hard to like do all of that analysis, you know, live, but that's what the start of the episode was about with the Tetris analogy. Like you get to the point where you are going to be like doing it in your head instantly, but you need to like start slow. You need to start you know, slower and work your way up. And that's what I think REO can do. So they say like, well, but he can only copy their things up to 99%, so it's never going to be as good as the original. Sure. That, yeah, okay. But at the same time, like, if you were doing like an RPG or whatever, and you had like one really powerful move, like a move that does 120 damage or whatever, and has like 5 SP. I'm doing a weird analogy here. And then there was someone else and they had a 120 defense thing and it had 5 SP and whatever. But then if REO, he has both the attack and the defense, and one of them's like 110 and the other's 110, and they're both worth 5 SP. He has like more variety. He can go back and forth between offense and defense, and he's gonna last longer because he's got like more tricks to use, you know. And so if you shut down his offense, he's still got the defense. If you shut down his defense, he's still got the offense. So like the more tricks he has in his bag, like you can use that against people. Where people who are more like, I'm not saying these other players are like one trick ponies, because they're not. They have, you know, a huge bag of tricks, but if someone's able to shut down their specific thing, you're fucked. But with REO, he can adjust. So I think there's not much too bad about REO's way of doing things, and I don't think it's a like major disadvantage that he's never gonna be like, each move isn't quite gonna hit the 100% mark that other people will hit. Because I think there's still a lot of stuff. I mean, soccer is so much more variable than that. If it was just like a free kick competition, like a penalty competition, and that was all that soccer was, then yeah, he's fucked. Like that, you can't beat the people who just have like pure skill on that. But since sports are so much more complicated than that, and there's so many skills that go into it, and it's a team sport, like he's gonna do great, I think. Eventually. Not quite yet. It'll take him a while to really get there, but eventually I think he will. Anyway, that's Bluelock, Season 2, Episode 4. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos for both this channel and my Jent Watches One Piece channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.